When you first start out on a project, it's really easy to get overwhelmed and you get covered in anxiety. But as you're working through the project, you start to glimpse what the sponsor has in mind, and then you really just catch the fire and catch that hope, and it spreads. AmeriCorp is a federally funded community service project that's for 18 to 24-year-olds.
And we travel around the southern campus, which is the easternmost states, and there's 5 campuses across the country. And we do natural disaster, energy conservation, environmental stewardship, civic engagement, and urban and rural development. The Growing Hope initiative, we worked with them hand in hand on the Grimmel Grove. So we did a lot of PR and marketing, and we tried to get the name out there as much as we could while cleaning up the property as well.
We worked on clearing a property that Adolf Grimmel had originally started. He brought in different fruit trees, and we helped uncover them from the massive the overtaking of the Brazilian pepper that was there. From day one to the day we finished our project, you can totally see a difference.
When we first got down to Big Pine, my first view and an idea of this, that this would be a really big thing, a really big, heavy project, and a lot of hard work. It's gone from, you know, really hard to imagine this big, huge thing to seeing it towards the end and seeing it as where we have it now and seeing what it can be.
When I first stepped on the Grimmel Grove, it was an invasive jungle. But I saw pockets of promise, and I started looking at ways of purchasing the property. I needed the support from the community, and I started getting volunteers to help me out with working with the county to overcome the fines, and working with my colleagues at Growing Hope Initiative to make a video and showcase the promise this place has and the history that this place has. I wrote a grant for AmeriCorp GG, and my God, they've been a blessing.
Pat brought me here, and he kind of said, well, we could do something here, and what if we get these cisterns back up and running? Look at all these old fruit trees, and it would just be an incredible place to build this park, make it a community gathering point. And from there, we just went for it, and it seemed completely impossible.
For AmeriCorp, this has been a first time for us. We're also the first and only AmeriCorp team that has ever traveled down to the Keys to work with Growing Hope Initiative. My impression, everything has been amazing. The people I've worked with, Patrick Garvey, Aaron, Joseph, they're awesome people who they know what they're doing, and they know how to help people, and they do it well.
I think one of the very unfortunate situations today, especially with today's kids, is that they really don't understand where their food comes from. That's not happening, and really getting back to nature and not just showing people where their food is coming from, but also learning how to care for it and love it. And I think Growing Hope's mission is really about starting small with the local community, a neighborhood, if you will, and then branching out to the greater Keys area and Florida and hopefully beyond. I mean, I think Growing Hope can really inspire similar projects and organizations to pop up in other communities around the country. And that's, I mean, imagining that happening, there's nothing greater than that.
We'd definitely like to recognize and thank groups like AmeriCorp for donating their time to our community in the Florida Keys. Very appreciated, and definitely like to welcome you back. Thanks a lot.
Join the Corps! Save the Grove!